All right, Shaq, it is time to ask you your question at the top of the show. Here we go. Are you good at protecting yourself?
I've never had a situation where I needed to protect myself. So
chances are probably not.
I take it back. I was in a fight once as a middle schooler, and I beat the dog shit out of a kid. So yes, based on that event, yeah.
All right. Everybody, check us out at 6 Unseemly on all social media at unseemlyquestions.com. Welcome to 6 Unseemly Questions. I'm your host, Victor Varnado. This is my sidekick, Shak Standley. All right, Shaq. Shaq gestured toward the camera for those of you listening. We've got a great contestant on the show today. Everybody put your hands together for Rae Sanni. Welcome to the show.
Woo!
So nice to have you.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
We're glad. We're excited here. Aren't we, Shaq?
We are. We're very excited.
Very convincing, Shaq. Thank you.
Yeah.
We have a wonderful studio
before. I know.
We have a wonderful studio. We have Rae, please. We have a wonderful studio audience. It's Sean Donnelly and Jeffrey Joseph. All right. Thank you for being here. You both look great. All right, Rae, I'm going to explain exactly how the show works, and we're going to get started. I'm going to ask you 6 unseemly questions. At the end of each question, I'll ring a bell if I like your answer like this. However, if I do not like your answer, I will not ring the bell, and I'll tell you why. Regardless of how many bells you get, at the end of the show, we'll decide whether or not it's worth giving you $5 whole for your appearance on the show. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right. Sure is as good as a yes. It is time for question number 1, and here it is. Question number 1. How far would you go back in time?
20 years. Only 20 years. Yeah.
Is there something there that interests you?
20 years ago, I was 14, and I guess I would just do high school all over again. And set it up so that I'm way cooler than I am now.
This is a response was much sadder than I thought it would be.
That indica, baby.
I'm gonna say Bell.
That was good. Good answer.
It was a good answer. Yes. Now it is. We're on to question number 2. But before we do that, can you tell people out there what you do?
I'm a comedian. I think for the most part, I haven't really been doing it a lot since this pandemic or whatever. I did Shaq's show a couple weeks ago.
Very funny. Great job.
And I'm a writer. I'd be writing for TV shows, and then I get really stoned and I watch like ASMR rug washing videos to relax.
Wow.
Wait, rug washing.
Yeah, rug washing. So
do you know what ASMR is, Shaq?
I do. I didn't know rug washing was a thing.
Oh yeah, it's a thing, dude. You just get like somebody who owns like a rug washing business will just film themselves cleaning rugs, and it's the most soothing, calming shit on the planet. You just see the soap just kind of get scraped off the top of the carpet, and it's like the best 4 hours a day of my
life. 4 hours.
That's why I don't do stand-up no more, because I'm watching rug wash.
Wow. I feel like I'm afraid to watch it because I don't want to get sucked in for 4 hours a day.
It's surprisingly addicting. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes the rug washing video will be going and I'll look away, but I know that they're about to scrape the carpet. So I drop everything I'm doing and look up, and it's amazing.
Wow. All right.
That's weird as hell.
And that wasn't even the result of a question of the show. That was just me asking you to tell people what you do. So there's no bell on that, obviously, because it wasn't even a question. But it is time for question number 2. Question number 2. What is your favorite piece of advice?
If you can't fight, don't start no shit.
If you can't fight, don't start no shit.
Because I can't fight.
Also known as don't start no shit, won't be no shit.
Won't be no shit. Yeah.
You know, see, I think that was like a translation from the Nigerian, what Rae Sanni did. And you did the African American version, Shaq.
That's right.
It's so funny how the two cultures could be so different, yet so similar.
I want to go a step farther, but I don't think that Shaq's version means the same thing as Ray's. I don't think they even mean the same thing. Do they?
I think they do.
Kind of. They're slightly different because mine is a warning for people who are physically incapable of defending themselves. And Shaq's just like, avoid issues if you don't really want them.
Yeah, like it's pretty much the same thing.
All right. I mean, I feel like what she just explained were two different things.
And, I agree.
The white version.
Let's let Shaq have it, you know.
The white version is, do you know who my father is? That's what
are you, Sean, are you self-conscious about being white in this crowd right now?
No, I just thought it was a funny thing to say.
I mean, you mentioned it a lot. I'm just saying.
Well, you mentioned dancing. Like it's like very easy, a very straight line. And I gave you a true answer. Yeah.
That's true. You gave me a true answer. I will say in the best piece of advice, I'm going to say no bell because I felt like the conversation afterwards was pretty muddled. So,
wait, how is that my fault?
It's not really your fault.
My bad.
It's not really your fault. It wasn't
That's
you.
Racist
It was
as hell. Jeffrey brought up Nigeria, and now I don't get a bell.
Ados get a bell.
All right. It is time for question number 3. Question number 3. When was the last time you got lost?
Ooh. Last time I got lost. Emotionally? Maybe 5 minutes ago.
Did you really feel emotionally lost 5 minutes ago?
Yeah, you know, Sean was really funny. Jeffrey was really funny. And I was sitting here being like, what am I to do? So, but physically lost, last time I was physically lost, I would say maybe 2 years ago in Los Angeles because I don't know that place. So, you know, walking places in a city that you don't know where shit is terrible. You get lost.
Where were you trying to go?
I don't know, probably to get laid or to buy weed or something. Yeah.
Hey, do you drive?
No, I don't know how to drive. So I either took public transportation or I Ubered. But I'm bad with money, so I probably couldn't afford an Uber. Probably had to get on public transportation.
Wow.
And then how did it turn out for you? Did you get laid or weed?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm going to say the weed.
Your audience so much.
She got the weed.
I got the weed, definitely. That's what happened.
All right, I'm going to say no bell on that question. And
Wow. I feel like I've not been set up to succeed here. You know.
What? I want you to succeed. I am rooting for you. In fact, I feel like you are.
Yeah, you're doing great.
It is now time for question number 4. That's great, Shaq. Keep reassuring the contestant. Time for question number 4.
My dad didn't do that, so I appreciate it, Shaq.
I'm proud of you.
This is pretty hot.
This is reparenting happening right here live.
Question number 4. What would your D&D character be like? So if you play Dungeons and Dragons, what would your Dungeons and Dragons character be like?
Because I have friends, I have no idea what the rules or the game is.
Damn.
Oh, it sounds like shade. against Dungeons and Dragons players.
No, I genuinely have never it really is just a punchline for about nerds I've seen on TV. I truly don't know anything about the game.
You don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons?
Seriously, not a thing. All I know is sometimes people wear robes. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Wow, you don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons. That's amazing.
Should I am I the up one?
No, not at all.
No,
you don't have to know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, but it's just surprising that you know nothing. Because your response, because I was like, you have to know something, but when you said some people wear robes, I mean that's vaguely connected to Dungeons and an interpretation of Dungeons and Dragons in a film a long time ago. It's not really.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I know. I barely know anything about it. I've never seen an episode of Game of Thrones. I'm just not a fantasy guy. Yeah,
got it.
The same way.
Yes,
wow.
I'm not.
I too have never watched. I don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, and I think this is just this is further evidence that Rachel should be writing more of the questions. my good friend Rachel.
Jeffrey, I love that you come to the show and just view it as an opportunity to act up.
Act a fool.
Act a fool, exactly. All right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say no bell because I play Dungeons and Dragons. And
that's not fair. Now you
that is the way it is.
That's terrible.
What?
You
What's
punishing me for not being you? That's not fair.
That sounds fine to me.
Rae Sanni, do you remember the consistent ding ding dings we heard when Sean Donnelly was in the
I know.
It was like so many dings. It was just like one continuous sound.
Stop, Jeffrey. He's in a feeding frenzy.
Victor's he's like, no bell, and I banish you to the island of lost souls.
That is
You're not part of my coven anymore.
No, oh, that's Pleasure Island.
Sorry, go ahead.
It is now time for question number 5. Question number 5. Do you tell people when they have bad breath?
No, unfortunately. Recently, I was hooking up with somebody who had bad breath, and I kept being like, oh, no, I don't want to kiss because, I don't want to get emotionally invested in you. Really, he was like, he wasn't smelling very great. And then, because he had biked over to my house, and so then instead what I did was I washed him, I made him shower with me so that he got a full clean before we but I made it seem very romantic as opposed to the fact that I was very not into how he smelled, but I was super horny and I'd cleaned out my schedule for the day, so I wasn't going to reschedule.
I hate to be that guy, but that's a bit. I hate to be that comic. That's a bit. That's 100% a bit. That's so funny. That you went so much deeper than just saying you have bad breath. You went into relationship stuff. That's so good. That's funny.
And after you guys did what you did you send him back to his home in the streets?
No, I wasn't no bum.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm going to give you a bell on that, not because I think I just like this. I like where the story went, so I'm going to give you a bell on that one. I would say that I don't tell people that they have bad breath unless I have to closely interact with them a lot. So if someone's passing by, if someone has bad breath, I say it just matter of factly so that it doesn't embarrass them. I'll just be like, yeah,
that's embarrassing.
No, I'll just be if I was talking to you and you have bad breath, I'd be like, hey, you want to? I'd be like, hey, do you want to take this gum? Your breath isn't great right now. And then that's what they take the gum and they thank you for helping them.
Yeah, wait, why have you written the scenario that way? I do not take the gum and thank you for helping me. I slunk away humiliated. What are you talking about?
I mean, I can't stop that part from happening. I just try to bring it up as reasonably as I can, because I'm just not going to let myself suffer through bad breath in close proximity all night. if I have to, and I've encouraged people to do the same for me. Like if my breath is bad, I want people to tell me so that I can not have bad breath anymore. I'd be happy. I would be much happier than having my.
I agree. I would like people to tell me when I have it. If I have it.
Can't you taste it though when your breath smells? You can taste like, oh, that your mouth is dry, or maybe
I guess it depends on the type of bad breath you have, because
well,
I'm sure not all the
types?
I'm sure there is. I mean, obviously you have the type where you taste your mouth, and then other people might have other types of bad breath. Okay. So who knows? Right. Sometimes you need outside influence to just decide whether or not your breath is actually bad, because often people don't smell their own breath. Before the pandemic and people started wearing masks, and then now people know what's up.
Just getting choked by yourself.
By your own breath. All right, it is time for a question.
Remember this one?
Yeah, I do that a lot. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Back in the day. Yeah, I guess you could do that. For people who are listening to the audio version, Jeffrey Joseph put his hand in front of his mouth and breathed into it.
Yeah, a lot of.
It is time for question number 6. Question number 6 was actually a question written by Rachel. It's a question so bad that I said the only way that she could do it on the show is if she reads it herself. Rachel, why don't you come up here and read your question?
Okay. It's time for question number 6. Question number 6 is, how do you fight the patriarchy?
Ooh, how do I fight the patriarchy?
How come Sean Donnelly didn't get that question?
Now I want to hear that answer, to be honest.
Well, the real answer to that is I had a question written for Sean, and
what is going on now, Rachel?
And it wasn't allowed in. So there you
go. Backstage drama.
Yeah, because of the patriarchy. Her questions for Sean were so bad that I was like, we're not doing anything else.
I fight the patriarchy by being a broke guy who looks like this. I don't add anything to the economy. That's how I do it.
Well, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna give you a chance to answer the question if you'd like to, Rae.
I fight the patriarchy by like trying to find ways to smash like really rich dudes, while also trying to make my own money. And even if, eventually I do have a lot of money, I would still hopefully spend some man's, no matter how much money he makes.
Amazing.
Excuse me, but rich guys, I think they win that way.
Hurting them. No, see, look, the thing is, I can't win. I can't beat the patriarchy, me by myself. So at least I should lean into the parts that benefit me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So if that means that I still get educated and I still work outside the home and I don't cook for you and I don't have your children, but you spend money because you have a I'm into it.
But you also guys who smell bad. And
because he was biking. He was biking.
Okay. Lots of rich dudes smell terrible.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
All right.
I don't know if that's true, but sure.
I'm going to say no bell on that question. I'll tell you why. Because I'm part of the patriarchy. All right. So it's unfortunate for you, I guess. What? Well, that in this situation, yes, but I think you are a winner.
You're not getting no $5, but you're a winner. That's what he just said.
That is not what I said. We're still working through the $5 part. Thank you very much for your question, Rachel. All right.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you, Rae.
I mean, Rae, that question was not Dungeons and Dragons bad.
Now I'm now I'm dying to know what my Rachel question was. I really want to know what it was, but I'll find out later.
Yeah, well, we can look at the older versions of the document and see what was deleted. I remember one of them. One of them was, have you ever lit your fart on fire? That was one of the questions. I remember that.
No, because I was never in a frat. I was never in a thing. No,
oh my God, this conversation's been scintillating. I'm sorry we pulled that question. All right. Anyway, Rae, you've answered all 6 questions. Thank you very much. Now it's time to decide whether or not you get $5. But before we do that, would you tell people out there where to find you?
You can find me on social media, I guess, at Rae Sanni on Twitter and Rae Sanni 87 on Instagram. Sean will probably refuse to do so, but everyone else is more than welcome to get on social media and follow me. You hate it!
Media. Follow Rae Sanni.
No, I wasn't like Sean. He's the white man.
All right, it is time to decide whether or not you get $5. As always, we canvass the room, starting with you, Shaq. What do you think? Should Rae get $5 for her appearance on the show?
I say yes, because I support Black women.
All right, there you go.
Yes, pander to me.
All right, Sean, what do you think? Should Rae get $5 for her appearance on the show?
Well, Shaq stole my reason, but yes, I think that she. I definitely support Black women, 100%. But also, I think that she should get it because I think she's the only one out of us to get an actual possible bit out of one of our answers from the podcast. So I'm hoping that she tries it out. So definitely $5 because all our answers were really honest and funny, and I love that bad breath thing. So yes, 100%.
All right.
Yes.
There you go. Jeffrey screamed yes before I got a chance to answer. Jeffrey coming on the show, just a maniac. But that is part of what I love about you, Jeffrey Joseph. I love every single bit of you. All right, it is time to hear from our producer, Rachel. Rachel, what do you think? Should Rae get $5 for her appearance on the show?
I'm gonna have to say yes because of that thing that she said about turning it into emotions in relationships when they have bad breath. Like, I won't kiss you because I don't want to catch feels. I find that extremely relatable to get out of kissing somebody. So for unrelated reasons. So yeah, she should get the $5.
What do you mean for unrelated reasons? So it wasn't for bad breath, you used the same line or something? What are you saying?
No, like, yeah, for bad breath or for like lots of other reasons, I would like absolutely pull the same tactic.
Oh, you're saying, yeah, I do that. Have you done the same tactic?
Yeah, I have done that, not because of bad breath.
Your didn't sound very sure.
Yeah, no, I had to think about it, but like I have, just not because of bad breath, I don't think.
You don't? Okay, I need some more firm data from you, if that's possible. All right, thanks a lot, Rachel.
Would you like it in a graph, a chart? How would you like it?
Graph.
Okay, I'll produce that for you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Just so everybody knows, she's probably going to do that out of spite.
Yep. That's accurate.
All right. We have asked everybody whether or not you should get $5, but now it's time to ask you, Rae. What do you think? Should you get $5 for your appearance on the show?
As a person with low self-esteem trying to manifest her way into higher self-esteem, I say, of course, I should get that $5.
Oh, that was thrilling. You know what? $5 for you, Rae. Awesome. This is great. As long as the only person who didn't get $5 was Jeffrey, the show was a success. And you're a great guest. Thank you so much. All right, Shaq, why don't you tell us what you learned from this week's show?
I learned that Rae likes both sweaty, stinky men and also wealthy, rich a-holes. And I love that. She's like both ends of the spectrum. And I think that's great.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Everybody
check
out. Everybody check out 6 Unseemly on all social media and unseemlyquestions.com.
Starbane's Avenue, a podcast network.